Grand Rising, my beauties. I missed you guys so much. How are y'all doing? What's new? Well, since y'all the only few people doing this shadow workshop, I have so much good news to share. But we won't do that today. Right now, I just want to get into your intro video for the shadow workshop. I'm sorry, y'all. I just really woke up and I know I washed my face, but it's not looking like it on this camera. So forgive me if you keep seeing me. The hell is that on my eye? See me wiping my face. At this point, I don't even care no more. Okay. Let's get into it. Oh, I'm so excited. Yes. As y'all noticed, my background is a little bit different from before. I did purchase a home. We did move in June, so that is part of the good news. I am planning something for the group. Participation, if you want to. It's gonna be costing some money, but I'll get to y'all more on that. Okay? Yes. Hold on, I gotta go get me a lighter. Gotta light my. If y'all was doing the shadow workshop before, y'all know I don't do nothing until I get some cleansing on in my face. I got my air on, so I ain't gonna use no sage. I don't wanna let my air out, because baby, after living in that trailer for 6 years, I'm appreciating this cold air. But anyway, yes, let's just sage this space a little bit. Yes, let's just clear some of this negative energy out of the way. I'm not using no sage, but I do have a candle. It's sandalwood. It's also good for clearing negative energy and clearing your space. I will tell you the things you need to perform this shadow work. If you want to go buy some sage incense to clear your space before y'all write, it's up to y'all. I'm not recommending nobody to go buy nothing, because everything you need, you should already have in your house. Okay. In this intro video, we will be talking about what is shadow work, how to integrate it, ways to practice. I'm going to be giving you prompts. Self-love prompts are also going to be included in this shadow work, because I do believe I was supposed to do a self-love challenge. I was going through so much, and I don't want to sit up here and make videos for y'all to heal if I'm not healed myself, or if I'm going through issues. So anytime that I'm silent, 9 times out of 10 I'm fixing myself, or 9 times out of 10 I'm fixing myself. Since moving in this house, I have been an emotional wreck, because it is a big difference from being a renter. I feel like I'm grown now because I'm paying a mortgage. Because baby, if somebody would have told me it was going to be this hard, I probably wouldn't have did it. But I'm glad I ain't tell nobody I was doing it, so they wouldn't tell me. Because baby, when I say I am blessed and I love my house, I love my house. Somebody else may not like it, but baby, this bitch love it. Okay? Oh, and I'm also gonna be giving you chakra affirmations. Y'all know I like to go off subject all the time. Okay, the things you will need for your shadow workshop. You're gonna need a white candle. It could be this type of candle. It could be this type of candle. Because I practice what I practice, I have a special candle made up. So let me light that. Clear some of this negative energy out the way. I will also be doing some self-love prompts and journals on Saturdays and Sundays. This workshop will go from 8:28 to 9:17. I will be posting the videos in Messenger instead of on the page, because the last time I did it on the page, I was having issues. But I think that was my ancestors messing with my stuff at the other house. I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, they was doing that on purpose. And it's cool because we made it through. This time I'm going to put it in the chat for those who really want to do it. Now, I'm not going to give you no time of day when I'm going to be posting the videos. I'm going to try and do them in the morning. So if you feel you're not doing nothing during the day, you could go ahead and do your shadow work. I will be trying to go live at least once a week, but I need to know everybody that's doing the workshop, you two, well 3, because my husband is in here too, will be available to go live. And it's just going to be a Q&A, or if you want to talk about something you wrote about in your journal, if you have any questions. Yeah. Okay. Shadow work. What is shadow work? Shadow work is working with your subconscious mind to uncover parts of yourself that you repress and hide from yourself. It could be trauma, it could be parts of your personality, it could be something that happened in a past relationship, it could be something that was very traumatizing to you as a child, and you choose to forget it. I'm trying to think of a moment. Okay, when I was growing up, sis will be able to vouch, lived in Elizabeth, New Jersey. When I was in middle school, there was an incident where somebody was decapitating bodies and putting them in the car washes. So when the car washes were open in the morning, body parts would fall or whatever. There was this one particular car wash I had to walk past every morning to get to Hamilton. Y'all did hear me say walk, because y'all catch buses down here. In New Jersey, rain, sleet, or snow, we're walking to school. But anyway, there was one morning, me and my friends were walking to school, and there was a whole bunch, my friend that we picked up lived around the corner from the car wash. But when we was walking up to the corner to meet her, there was a whole bunch of cops and whatnot there. We didn't know. Come to find out, somebody had got killed, and when the car wash opened that morning, they found parts of the body in the car wash. I saw it. We saw the body parts. It took me a while to walk back up that road, just for the simple fact I was scared. There were times when I would walk home by myself or walk to school by myself. So I got scared. Like, what if I walk past the car wash? That's me. You know what I'm saying? And it traumatized me for a little while. It really did, because it took me about a year or so to even want to ride past that car wash. So yeah, as a child, I faced a lot of stuff, or seen a lot of things that a child shouldn't have seen, and it was very traumatizing. My godmother lived in the heart of Newark, Vailsburg. At the time, the most hoodest place, one of the most bad places to live in Newark. The block she had her house on, they was constantly dropping dead bodies over there. So for a while, I didn't want to look at dead bodies. I don't do funerals, because I don't want to look at you laying there stiff. I would say I was traumatized. I'm over it now. But I was traumatized for a long time. I didn't even want to go to funerals and wakes of my own family members. Because after seeing that body, y'all, I was done. And sitting up here thinking about it, it may seem a little silly now, but I saw it, and that made me feel some type of way. And it could also be And it could be anything that you subconsciously tried to repress because it was undesirable to you. Like, you have females out here who, me for instance, until I started this journey, I was very not confident about myself. I didn't want to do my hair. I didn't want to get dressed. I don't want to call it a depression phase, because that's not what it was. It's just the fact that, you know, I'm a big girl. You know, I'm not fat. I got rolled. But growing up, it was all about the skinny, light-skinned girl. So for us dark-skinned, hefty girls, it made us feel some type of way, and it made me feel insecure. Like, why can't I be skinny? Why can't I be light-skinned? This is what we was growing through. Oh, this is what I grew up going through. You know, the things our kids go through now, I feel is worse than what we went through, but it's not. It's just that it's more out there than it was when we were younger. And now that it's more out there, they, how can I say it? They just don't know how to act. They out of control. You know, we had drug dealers, kingpins standing on the corners. Growing up in the city of Elizabeth, we had a liquor store in every corner. So you better bet your bottom dollar there was a drug dealer on two opposite corners. You see what I'm saying? Like, times are different. So, and I'm proud to see a lot more people healing. Because growing up, people had so much anger and animosity inside them that it just made them evil. Shadow work is one of the authentic paths to enlightenment and growth. Let me tell you something. When you doing your shadow work, it is the most authentic. It's the most authentic way you can heal yourself. Even when you go talk to a counselor, you're still doing shadow work, because that counselor is going to make you talk about things you repressed. That counselor is going to make you talk about things you don't want to talk about with your normal friend, with your friends. You know what I'm saying? That counselor is going to get to the deep issue. And that's pretty much what shadow work is, minus the counselor. Instead of you talking to somebody, you figuring shit out for yourself. You don't need to pay all these people for something you can do at home. Take an hour, half an hour to yourself. Think about the questions and write. Get that shit. Let that shit go. I'm not even saying let it go. Learn how to deal with your shadow side. Your shadow side is your best side. Your shadow side is your true side. Your shadow side is your real side. Which is why we need to get our shadow side under control. Because when we get angry and want to punch people in the face, that's how shadow side talking. That's the real us talking. I truly believe the shadow side is the true you. You know, your shadow is hiding in the dark because it can't be itself. Yes. Beneath the social mask that we wear every day, we all have a hidden shadow. An impulsive, wounded, sad, or isolated part that we generally try to hide, more or ignore. Don't ignore your shadow side. Embrace it, hug it, love your shadow side. Because baby, your shadow side is going to always be there for you. You are your best friend. You are your only true friend. Let's be real. Can nobody do you like you do yourself? Can no man, okay, well, I take that back. Maybe a man can please you. I always tell, you know, growing up, I used to think I needed a man. I have a man because I want a man. Going through the struggles and stuff I went through, I don't need no man. I could use the help. And I love to have my man around me, but you don't need anyone to keep you happy. That sexual pleasure, yes, but you don't need anyone to keep you happy. You should know how to keep you happy. You should know how to love you. That's the whole point of shadow work. So you can learn how to deal with certain things so you could be there for you. You need to be there for you. You see what I'm saying? The shadow self can be a source of emotional richness and vitality, and acknowledging it can also be a pathway to healing and an authentic life, baby. Before I started this journey, I felt like, before I did my shadow work, I felt like, you know, I would always have these questions. Well, how the fuck that bitch get it and I can't? I work every fucking day and this bitch just gets shit handed down to her. That's because I figured out that when you're not being your authentic, true self, the universe ain't fucking with you. So the quicker you fix yourself and the quicker you try to heal some of the things that are blocking your blessings, because some of them feelings you got repressed are blocking some of your blessings, let's be real. So once you can get that in order, baby, you're gonna go. I'm not gonna say, you know, a lot of people be like, you're a witch, you shouldn't be going through nothing. That's bullshit. Just because I'm a witch, I'm gonna go through more shit. Just because I practice hoodoo, I'm gonna go through more shit. I'm gonna go through more shit than you was going through shit. And then it also made me realize when I started this journey, maybe my ancestors was taking me through that bullshit so I could get it together. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you go through shit so you can get it together. When the universe is tired of throwing signs out to you, and you're not fucking catching them, the universe is gonna fuck with you bad. And the universe is gonna fuck with you till you can't fuck with yourself no more. I started this journey in 2019. My best friend, Tamara. I always knew I had these gifts. I always knew about hoodoo. I mean, I can't say I always knew about it, but I always knew. I can't explain it. I just always believed in it. You know, growing up, witches and villains were my thing. And let me tell you why. If you ever read into some of these villains' backstories, they went through some shit. And that's what makes them the villain. And the reason why they're the villain is because they ain't done their shadow work. So now their shadow is always poking its fucking head. I love the villains. I'm just saying, before y'all knock some of these villains down, look into their backstories. Because some of them are that way for a reason. What's that bitch from, the bitch that be the octopus bitch? What's her name? My daughter always called me her. I guess because our hair. I don't know. My daughter always calls me her. For instance, when I read the backstory on her, I can't think of her name. She was raped and abused as a child. These villains have stories too. Just because they in the movies and stuff, don't think Disney ain't gave them no backstory. Y'all better read them backstories, because everybody has a backstory in their life. Nobody is the way they are unless something went wrong in their life. You know, for years, I grew up thinking Cruella de Vil was killing dogs. And then when the movie came out, I understood her better. That girl went through some shit. She saw her mom get killed, and it explains why she acts the way she do. I'm just saying. Unless you learn to face your own shadow, you will continue to see them in others, because the world outside of you is the reflection of the world inside of you. So for instance, if somebody does something simple and it pisses you off, you need to go right about that. Like, if I just walk into a room, you just get angry because I just walked into a room, you got some inside stuff you need to deal with. Because I'm not even gonna lie, I had my moments like that. Well, I'm mad at the world. But you can't stay mad at the world. For what? You're blocking your blessings. Let me tell you something. Walking around here angry and hating people, jealousy, envy, all that will block your blessings. Talking down about others, that will block your blessings. The universe bless those who bless others. And if you can't be kind to others, why should the universe be kind to you? Just saying. Shadow work fixes a lot of things. Because the reason why you could be getting mad because somebody is walking into the room. I feel as though that's jealousy, envy, you're hating. What you not liking me for? I have walked in many rooms, people didn't know me, but I guess my energy, okay, makes them feel some type of way. What the fuck? I'm gonna be me until the day I take my last breath. I need to do something with my hair, y'all. My hair has been done since March 16th. My brother got married March 18th. I went to attempt to do my hair in June, and when we moved, somehow my clips and my gel and all that didn't come. And then I just got I got lazy. I'm gonna put it out there. I got lazy. Now it's time to get my hair done. Okay, let's get back to shadow. Shadow is the dark side of our personalities, such as negative human emotions, rage, envy, greed, selfishness, desire, and striving power. Sometimes we tend to cut ourselves off from the good qualities also. Now, if you sitting up here, that's what I was trying to explain. You block your blessings. When you sitting up here being mean for no reason, just hating and envious and jealous, selfish for no reason. I've seen people be selfish to kids. I could never. The other day, this lady and her son was in the store. They parked right next to us. And no lie, she gave her son the speech. I'm sure we used to give our kids, don't ask for nothing, don't touch nothing. I heard it. And it's been a while since I heard a parent do that speech to their child. But I was loving it. So they walking in the store. We right behind them. I walk slow as shit. So we walking right behind them. And as soon as the little boy gets in the store, there was some, like at the entrance, there was some balls and some water guns, some other stupid shit they was trying to sell because it's the end of summer. And the little boy touched the ball. He said, Mom, could you buy me another ball since you busted my other one? I guess she ran it over. I don't know. And she told him no, to get his little frail ass in the store. I thought it was funny. But when we get in the store, he saw something else he wanted. So he goes to get it. And she popped the fuck out of him. I'm not mad at that. But I was mad at what she said after the little boy said what he said, Mom, why did you hit me? He said, we haven't eaten in 3 days. I'm hungry. And she said, because I didn't want to fucking feed you. What? Baby, I'm telling you, these shadow sides are evil. And no sooner than she said that, and she got to the register, bitch couldn't find her wallet. And so now she's in the store asking people for money, and nobody not fucking with her because we heard what she said to her fucking son. So another young man goes and gets the little boy a sandwich from the little deli. I was at Lowe's Foods. So they sell food. That's the closest food store I could find down here. That reminds me of the food stores back at home. Oh, God. It feels so good to walk in there and see a seafood section, a deli. Anyway, the man went and got the little boy something to eat. Don't you know when the mama got outside, she threw that bag in the garbage? And I wanted to beat her ass. She needs some healing. She needs some serious healing. Shadow work is a practice of healing and self-growth, which means you will have to surrender and accept instead of attacking your feelings and emotions. Stop attacking yourself. If you're feeling some type of way, stop apologizing for it. Don't do that. Don't attack yourself. Don't make yourself, don't self-sabotage yourself. Don't make yourself look like you. Don't put yourself down. How could you put yourself down? You have to realize the way you treat yourself is the way somebody else is going to treat you. So if you walking around here acting like you don't give a fuck about how you look, feel, and want to look and feel, that significant other ain't going to give a fuck neither. And that's when the cheating and the lying and all that starts, and then you wonder why. Come on, sis, don't do that to yourself. heal. I'm healing. I think it'll be a long time before I say healed. So I have to tell a lot of people I'm healing. So I'm liable to go bipolar on your ass at any fucking minute, yo. Don't push me there. I have learned to put my dark side under control, baby. Let me tell you, when I first got down here, I was ready to whoop everybody's fucking ass. Because they just wasn't moving. They weren't moving the way we moved up top. They move funny down here. You gotta watch these people down here, because they are funny. Some of them are some characters, baby. But don't self-sabotage. Don't knock yourself. Don't talk about yourself. When you talk about yourself, when you say things, I don't want, I can't, I'm not, you're putting that in the air to manifest. So stop saying I'm not good enough. Stop saying I'm not cute. Stop saying I'm not skinny. Stop saying I can't do this. And start saying I am beautiful. I am beautiful, flaws and all. Start saying you love yourself. Man, oh man. I ran into this lady the other day, and I really hope she joins the group, because she said her husband has emotionally drained her. I don't know why people come up to me and tell me their problems. I'm not that type of boo-ha. But people feeling me, I don't know. I guess my energy makes them feel comfortable enough to want to come talk to me. And they just load all their life problems out on me. And I want to say I'm an empath to a certain extent, because some emotions I can feel, and I can feel them heavy. And when this lady was telling me how her husband was beating on her, I felt that shit, yo. My throat started hurting. My head started hurting. Yeah, she has a lot of negative energy on her and around her. And until she gets out that situation, she'll never be better. You don't want to think, feel, or force your issues or whatever you are trying to forget. Go into this process of healing with an attitude of compassion for self and your experiences. In other words, go into this experience knowing that you're going to heal yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. Love yourself. Comfort yourself, because you're going to cry. Baby, you're going to start, like, some of these questions may bring up things you thought you had forgot about, but really didn't. And as soon as you hear that question, that memory is going to surface, baby. Cry. Cry. Let that shit out. And figure out how you're going to control that shit. And keep it moving. Okay. How do you integrate your shadow? Your shadow is a part of you, but does it define who you are? It doesn't. See, a lot of people call me mean. And I can't be. But I'm not mean by nature. Like, for me to be mean to you or feel some type of way towards you, you gotta do some real fucked up shit to me. And for me, coming from the family I come from, all I want to do is help people. So if I feel like you're taking advantage of me or using me, there's going to be a problem. Yeah. Journal your revelations as you discover parts of yourself that are hidden. Write them shits out. Write them out. I'm going to be doing this journal work with y'all. 9 times out of 10, I'll probably write before y'all. Some of the questions I have already done. So, but I'll do them again. Sometimes you have to keep repeating until you get it all out. Pay attention to your reaction. This will be a trigger. So for instance, when I write, when I first started shadow work and I wrote anything down that my mama did to me, I'll get instantly angry. My mama, not to give y'all a whole backstory, but my mama didn't treat me like she treated my brother growing up. Not at all. And I tell my kids all the time, thank God they wasn't raised the way I was raised. My mother was an evil-ass bitch when it came to me. And I honestly believe growing up, she had issues. My dad was abusive to her, and he did all types of shit to her. And she used to always tell me how I looked like him or reminded her of him or something of him. So I always felt growing up, my mom just didn't like me because she didn't like my dad. It is what it is. But I'm over it. I love her. I will love her regardless. But because of that kind of, whatever little bond we did have, it broke it. Because my mother said some hurtful things to me as a child. And I'm not going to get into none of the stuff that she said because I'm past it. And then some of y'all know my mom, and I don't want y'all to feel no type of way when y'all see her, but she said some really hateful things towards me when I was a child. Some things I will never forget, and I'm sure a lot of them I have, which is why I'm constantly doing shadow work, which is probably why whenever my mother tries to want to parent me like I'm 15 or 16, I get angry, though. I get so angry. Don't second guess your thoughts. Let intuition lead. So when you get these question prompts, I'm not telling you not to think too hard, but the whole point of shadow work is to jot down whatever comes to mind also. So I will sit down and do my journal entries, but throughout the day, I'm constantly writing because throughout the day, somebody might piss me off, somebody might make me angry, somebody always doing stupid shit around me to piss me off. So I'm constantly journaling. Man, if I showed y'all how many notebooks I got in my room right now. And please understand that shadow work is a lifetime process. Don't think because you did it once or did it twice, you're done. No, because you're constantly going through different experiences in your life. So you will be constantly healing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, you might be trying to heal something from when you was a child. But some of us are adults are trying to heal from stuff that we did from as an adult. You see what I'm saying? Like, every day, your life is going through a different experience. So you will constantly be healing yourself. Do know that. Healing yourself is a constant thing. It should be very consistent. When you keep your mental state, don't just work on your physical state. Work on your mental. Work on your insides. Get that health together. I have thyroid issues. And honestly, in the last few months, I've been working on it. And it shrunk a lot. But it's still got my neck looking big as fuck. Because it's still there. I shrunk it, but it's still there. Look at my neck, y'all. It looks a hell of a lot better than it did last year. Because you don't actually see, like you was able to see where the gorge is right here. Right here. This is the gorge. Wait, let me get all of it. Because now it's trying to go into my throat. Once it goes into my throat, we got to take it out. This is the gorge. This is my throat. And this is how big it is. So, ways to practice. Preview your childhood. How was your childhood? Did you have a good childhood? Did you have a stressful childhood? Did you have a struggling childhood? I had all three in phases. Become aware of your shadow. Become aware. Notice the shadow is there. When it surfaces, notice that it's there. I see it. Chill out. We are unaware of our shadow in the dark the same way we can't see in the dark. You can't see it. But if you're going through a healing process, you'll know when it's popping up. I promise you that. That's the difference. Okay, that's something I can say, because if you didn't know your shadow was doing the crazy stuff you was doing, it was doing before, once you start this shadow work and this healing, you'll know. Baby, you'll know when that motherfucker's out the surface, okay? Don't shame it. Don't shame it. Once you become aware of your shadow self, don't blame it. Don't blame nothing on your shadow, which is why I said stop apologizing for your feelings, your thoughts, your words. Stop apologizing. Just embrace it. Because remember, your shadow is you. Your shadow is the dark side of you. So don't be mean to your shadow self. And some of us tend to do that. Why the fuck? Why the fuck? You know, you'll start sitting up there. I can't even talk to myself like them crazy ass motherfuckers be talking. I mean, I'm sure I got them crazy tendencies in me, but it's not my everyday job. But y'all know how them crazy people be talking. Y'all be watching the movies. Yeah, I can't even think of one right now, but y'all be watching the movies. Use your triggers. When you're doing your shadow work, and if while you're writing and you start to get angry, notice where that trigger is coming from. I can tell you right now what my triggers are. My triggers are when my kids start yelling at me. When they start yelling at me, I'm gonna start busting them in their fucking head. I don't give a fuck. I don't like nobody to yell at me, especially my fucking kids. Don't yell at me. Don't get all up in my face like this. I gotta be careful. I got my camera right here. Don't get all up in my face like this. Poppy. When you criticizing me or my kids, even though I know people have opinions, but I'm a healer. What is another one of my triggers? I get angry really, really quick if I know you fucking lying to me. Because either I dreamt it already or it's been told to me already. So if I come back and ask you the question, don't lie. Especially if I'm coming back to you for a third or fourth time, definitely don't lie. So yeah, I have a lot of things that are triggered my anger, and I'm working on them. And baby, that's a lower list. Before I started shadow work the very first time, years ago, baby, that list was long as shit. Because any and everything would piss me off. You could walk in this room right now and look at me wrong, and I'm gonna punch you in your face. Like, according to the doctors, I'm bipolar. I'm crazy on paper, but I don't take that medicine. I don't take any doctor's prescription. If I go to the doctor and they trying to drug me up with medicine, I'm leaving. I don't want none of that poison in my body. That bipolar medicine, it don't work. It makes you worse. Because I almost killed the girl on that shit. So, I don't fuck with medication. I'm a herbalist. I'd rather heal myself naturally. Straight up. And observe your shadow without judging it. Because when you judge your shadow, you're judging yourself. Never do that. Always feel confident in what you say and do. Always feel confident in what you say or do. I'm sorry, y'all. These videos are a little bit longer, and that's probably because I'm in a better place. And it's not so hot in here. So, okay, different ways to love your dark side. Love your dark side. Embrace your dark side. Tell your dark side you love her. Or him, because I do have a man in here. Tell him you love him. My husband dark side dude name is Jim or Jimmy. I hate that one. Hate that one. Okay, different ways to love your dark side. You could tell someone else about your dark side. Allowing peace, love, and happiness into your dark area of your life. So pretty much like, I just got a splinter. Out. Speak happiness and love into your life. I love myself. I'm in love with myself. I love myself, flaws and all. I know I'm fat, but I wasn't always fat. Growing up, I was skinny as fuck, and I didn't even like it. Because it seemed like the boys didn't like me when I was skinny. When all the girls were skinny, I was skinny. But I was ugly. I wore glasses, this, that, the third. I got treated like shit growing up. But you know what's so funny? As soon as Facebook surfaced real good, them same niggas was in my being more loving and kind with yourself. Like I was just explaining, tell yourself you love yourself. You know, look in the mirror. Compliment yourself. Yes, bitch, you look good. Yes, bitch, do it. Yes. Yes, compliment yourself, baby. Compliment yourself instead of always putting yourself down. And I already said that. Stop saying, bitch, why you look like that? Don't say shit like that. Say, bitch, you look good. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes. Self-love and self-care. Show yourself some self-love and some self-care. Speaking of that, I wasn't gonna do it, but they telling me to. Some people are afraid of shadow work because it requires us to look at aspects of our life and self that we may have been avoiding unconsciously for years. So basically, like I was saying in the beginning, you repress feelings. You could repress something that happened as a child and you chose to forget about it. But subconsciously, that shit is haunting you because it's in the back of your mind. You may dream about it. I'm the type of person, if I constantly keep having a dream about something, I need to go fix it. Because if you keep having the same dream, there's a message you're missing. And sometimes I believe that's, yes, we when you dream, you do go to other dimensions. I'm not going to get into that. Sis know what I'm talking about. You know, when you dream, and if you feel like, let me tell you something. If you dream and you wake up and remember that dream, you were in your dream. Okay? And I do that a lot now. Especially since we've been here. So if I'm constantly having the same dream over and over, I'll go journal some shadow shit. Because obviously, because I get pissed off in my dreams too. I think I beat somebody up in my dream last night. So, and I remember it. So that's bad. If you would like to, okay. Before I say this, I just want to thank y'all for being patient with me. I want to thank y'all for participating with me. You know, sometimes it's better to do things in a group instead of by yourself. I feel like when you have that support of someone helping you, you may be able to get through some things a little bit better. Okay, the videos will start on Monday. Like I said, I will be doing self-love and self-care journal prompts on Saturdays and Sundays. So Monday through Friday, we will be doing shadow work. Saturdays and Sundays, it will be self-love prompts. I will be giving you self-love activities and affirmations and all that good stuff in the videos. I'm sorry, y'all. This my neighbor does the most. What else? And I think that's it. So if you would like to share your journal entries or experiences, please do. Because you may be helping somebody else through a situation they didn't know how to get through. I'm not saying you have to share every journal entry or every experience, but if you feel it's something you want to share, or if you feel it's something that can help somebody else, please share inside the chat group. I'm about to go through that group list because I know I haven't been active. And I haven't been talking to my moderators. I'm about to get back on my shit. But yeah, I believe there's just some people sitting in the group just to sit there. And I'm only giving I'm not charging for my information like a lot of other people do. But I will say this, I'm only going to give it to those who wants to accept it. So anything like this or Q&As, it will be done in this chat. I will do a Q&A on the group page, but like I said, I got the same 5 people that participate in everything, so that's why I did the chat. I usually share my experiences. If you wasn't doing the videos before, when I do the videos, I don't just throw the question and shit out there. Most of the questions, I try to do questions where I have already did my writing, so I can share an experience with you. I don't mind telling about my life at all, but just to jump out and tell you all of it, I'm not doing that. So you will hear about my life, and I promise you there's nothing I won't say or do if I haven't experienced it or researched it or anything like that. I'm not that type of brouhaha. I'm still learning. Even though I'm 4 or 5 years in, I'm still learning. It's a constant learning thing because the universe changes like we change. I don't use my bruja skills for money. I don't do none of that. I don't advertise for money. I don't do none of that because honestly, everybody is not worth the energy I have. So I don't do that. Yeah. So if there's any services y'all would like, I'm here. My sis is an intuitive and a medium. I don't know if she charges for services. I don't even know if she does services for anybody else. She's gonna hear it on this video, so she's gonna know I'm talking about her. But I made her my moderator for that simple fact that she has gifts that I don't. I do have some intuitive gifts, but I think I'll be blocking them because of the stuff I be seeing. And this spiritual thing, it can be a bit scary. And you're also overcoming a lot of fears. So if you was one of them kids that grew up that didn't like scary movies or none of that, this is a big step. I watch horror films now. I watch them shits all day and all night. Yeah. So, and then my other moderator, Candace, I don't know if she's in here. She's the other moderator. I chose her also because a lot of us have businesses and things like that. And for her to have been an entrepreneur for so long, her and Zakia, no lie, I go to them and ask them questions. The whole point of this path is so everybody can heal. I don't hold any information back. I will not and I won't. I'm not charging for any of my information. If y'all would like to do a live Q&A, let me know so we can pick a day and a time to make this happen. Or if there's anything else you want to know or anything else you want me to talk about, let me know. I did ancestor veneration last year. This is why I don't want to put too many videos in the group because the real ones will flop to where you are. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that's it for the intro video. Oh. I am so silly because I told y'all to have candles, right? Forgot to tell you I have a pencil or pen and a notebook. By me being a bruja, I pick certain colors for certain things. When you're a bruja, you will start living your life by the colors. I swear, the shit is crazy. But blue is for healing. So I picked this color for my shadow work book because I'm healing. I write in pencil solely because, I write in pencil solely because when you write in pencil on paper, you can manifest a lot of things because this is a natural element. You see what I'm saying? This is wood. This is earth. Paper comes from cotton. This is earth. I haven't wrote in this book yet. This is a new one. Got a little wet damage. But this is earth. Everything is natural. This is natural. This is natural. Everything is natural. Yeah, so have your white candle. If you want to go buy incense, you could get sage, dragon blood. I'm trying to think of what they sell in Walmart that may be there that you could use. Sage, dragon blood, sandalwood. But I don't just use sandalwood. I use sage with my sandalwood. I saged my house yesterday, so I didn't really want to light the sage up today. Yeah. So that's it. I'm sorry this video was so long. When I was at the other trailer, my air conditioners didn't do nothing in there, which is why I was always recording the videos early in the morning before it get hot in that house. But I'm here now. I'm in my new house. I'll give y'all a tour one day. I mean, it's not, I mean, some of y'all might be like, oh, that ain't shit. But it's a lot to me. I work to be here. And that will conclude our video today. I love you guys. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And see you tomorrow for the first shadow work journal entry. Yes, let's get excited to heal. Last time I was using jazz music. This time I've been listening to a lot of so-fi and lo-fi music. So relaxing. That's probably why I keep pausing, because that music does something to my soul. But anyway, I love you guys. Have a good day.